Yes, indeed. In Transit is coming up lickety-split. We're going to take a look at another proposed extension to the REM. It seems like everyone wants a cut of the REM action, right? Once they announce the REM is going to the East End, everyone's like, hey, East End's getting one. We want one too. We've even heard there are some complaints. The Île-aux-Torts Bridge, right? Headed out to Vaudreuil, right? There is no space on that the new bridge that's there. They haven't thought about making it friendly for eventually extending the REM that way. People are complaining about that. There's a lot of complaints about the REM and how it's going to work downtown. I have been, I think, the most vocal person about the downtown portion of the REM that's going to end up going towards the East End, right? Because they're putting it above ground on René Lévesque. That to me is a little nuts. But I think our next guest has a pretty decent case that they should get in on the REM. Marlene Cordato is the mayor of Boisbriand and is pushing for the REM to come to the North Shore. Marlene, how you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Well, listen, I hear you've been mayor since 2009 of Boisbriand. That means you are popular and you keep getting reelected. They must love you out there.
Well, I don't know if that, but I think I'm doing a pretty good job, or at least I'm working very hard on it.
Well, let's talk about the issue at hand, the REM.
Yes.
You and your fellow mayors in the North Shore, they're all advocating for a REM line extension. Tell me why that's so vital and important.
Well, actually, the North Shore is the great forgotten and poor child of the metropolitan area in terms of public urban transit. And in our region, we have a lot of economic growth, and we have a lot of jobs. There's 200,000 jobs on the North Shore. It's the second area after the Montreal agglomeration. So, and people of the North Shore are mainly they're working on the North Shore. It's 66% of the Montreal, I'm sorry,
That's
of
okay.
the early peak of transport that is on the North Shore. So we need to offer a strong public transit so that people can shift from private cars to public transit. And for that, we need to offer something more than just, actually, there's nothing that, they can't use any kind of public transit if they want to move from the east to the west.
Because right now, we're with Marlene Cordato, mayor of Boisbriand. Right now, the options, like let's say, I'm in Boisbriand and I want to go downtown. I work downtown. What are your options?
If you work downtown, well, you can use a train, but actually, that's how the Metropolitan Regional Transit Agency sees us, as people who are living on the North Shore and working downtown. But that is not that's not how it goes. Like I was telling you, people are living and working on the North Shore, so that's how we have to offer better transit. We have to have some better transit in north-south also, and that's why we're asking for catching up with preferred lanes on different highways like Highway 13, 15, 19, 40, and 640, because if you're not taking the train, you will be taking your car and you will be stuck in the traffic like everybody else, because there is not much of preferred lanes
and
from the North Shore.
Are you convinced that the demand is there? Because the REM is very expensive, and if people are just going to stay in their cars because it's just convenient enough, I'd be worried about creating a white elephant here. So tell me about why you're so convinced that a REM to allow people who work and live in different parts of the North Shore, that there's enough demand that this train makes sense.
Well, I think if we take the example of the train in De Montagne, which is actually closed for the next 4 years, and was the most popular and the train that was the most used by people of the North Shore, we know that the need is there, and when the offer is good, that people are taking it. So we need to offer something more. And the transit has to be convenient, it has to be affordable, and has to be effective if we want people to take it. And we know that there's enough people along the Highway 640 to take that new train, because that's where there's a concentration mainly of jobs and employment, and also educational components along the Highway 640, as they are along the Highway 15. So we are not real. We really think people will be there.
And is the provincial government willing to play ball? Right? What are you hearing? Are they willing to pony up the cash for something so that's going to cost a lot of money?
Well, we're going to have a bit of our conversation and discussion, because long-term benefits can only be achieved if all the community is willing to invest in public transit. Not only the cities, but also the ARTM, the provincial government, and also the federal government. It has to be something that everyone puts his mind to and his money to, because we have environmental issues also to think about. So if we're not doing it with public transit, we won't be those issues will not be addressed, and we won't reach our objectives.
And speaking of getting everyone on the same page, right? In the North Shore, we're talking about 20 communities. We're talking about 600,000 people. You've got to get everyone on the same page. Are you and your fellow mayors, fellow elected officials, are you all on the same page when it comes to promoting this project?
We are all on the same page for the mobility on the North Shore. Everyone is there.
Marlene, it's a pleasure talking to you. Thanks for coming on the show. Hope we talk real soon.
Well, thank you very much.
Marlene Cordato is mayor of Boisbriand.